All right. I'm gonna stop playing around. I'm gonna stop playing around. What's up, man? Welcome to Doc TV. If y'all never been here, man, um, please check us out, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that hype thing if that's your thing, man. We going live soon, something different on a Sunday, the fun day. We just chilling. Got some errands done, got some stuff done with the family. My fee shout out to her working on her program educationally. Salute to her. Son doing his activities. Son at work. Other daughter doing this. Other daughter doing that. So, anyways, we gonna get right into it. You know what I'm saying? I will let people build up in here, but we just gonna pop it. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Doc TV again. Hopefully the mic is working. Let me do a mic check real quick on my end. See how I'm sounding. Because I just changed some things up. So first of all, I can't even. Can I get on this live? There it is. I just changed some things up. So first of all, I can't even. Okay. Can I get on this live? There. All right. I just changed some things up. That don't sound too bad. That don't sound too bad. Camera good. All right, we in the building. We in the building. Get to it. On board people. Hope everybody good on Sundays. Basketball, NCAA. Shout out to USC. The fellas not in. Females are. They're going. On the other men's side, I'm still rocking with nephew and the University. You know what I'm saying? And I think I have fortunately nephew I got Duke taking it all. I think so, and they still alive. So we got to see what's up with the March Madness. No, saying who y'all got? Who y'all got in the March Madness? We gonna see all y'all chilling on a Sunday. Yeah. Let's get into it.
In 2022, the police raided Afroman's house in Ohio. And most of you guys know him from.
So I'm all the way rude. I'm all the way rude. Let me first of all, let's let's see if I can
In
hear you.
2022,
Yep, we good with the sound. So let me set it up. I'm rude. All right. So part is live. I'm just chilling. Um, reacting to some stuff, but what I want to break down here is Afroman. He's been on Vlad TV. I'm paraphrasing, but he pretty much said he has all these theories that the cops are, in that local area. I believe he's living in Ohio somewhere. They're out for him. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get him and all this stuff. So they raid his house. People got cameras in their house. They raid his house, and dude is a musician. Because I got high guy. So he has cameras in his house. And what did he do? He made content out of it. Genius. He makes content out of the police going in his house. They're raiding. They're looking for whatever allegedly, and didn't find them doing all kind of stuff, breaking all kind of laws. They even have some point where I guess they're eating in there, sitting down like chilling in his crib. But I'm gonna let y'all get into it. But he goes and they go and sue for defamation. He was chilling. He made the song, trolling. They sue for defamation, like saying, they're getting this and that. Uh, I guess you don't take on the court, high celebrity cut type guy, and we'll see what happened on the rest, man. Did we get some freedom of speech or what we got going on, man? You know what I'm saying? So now, as I set that up, now let's try to go back. Boom. And, that full screen for y'all.
From his famous song in 2000.
Oh, and also this is O'Shea Duke Jackson. This is a pretty known YouTuber. I'm getting into right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. We're gonna go from his take. This is a dope video. Go subscribe to him. O'Shea Duke Jackson on Afro Man gives crooked cops what they deserve.
2022, the police raided Afroman's house in 2022, the police raided Afroman's house in Ohio. And most of you guys know him from his famous song, Because I Got High. And the police were called to his home because there were serious allegations of kidnapping in drugs. Now, he was not there at the time, but he did have his ring cam on in the house. And what happened is the raid turned up nothing. There was no charges.
Now, shout out to the ring cams in the house. Shout out to the ring cams in the house. Shoot.
And no evidence. So that means that everything will be cool, right? Not so fast. The police broke his door, damaged property, took cash, and then you had a particular police officer that decided to sit down and actually eat a piece of lemon cake.
Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Get out of here. Run it back.
And what happened is the raid turned up nothing. There was no charges and no evidence. So that means that everything will be cool, right? Not so fast. The police broke his door, damaged property, took cash, and then you had a particular police officer that decided to sit down and actually eat a piece of lemon cake. But Afroman is a troll. He did something that was remarkable. He basically took the security footage of the police officers raiding his house and he turned the whole thing into music content. Some of the videos or songs that were made was called "Will You Help Me Repair My Door?" And the most famous one was "Lemon Pound Cake." Of course, there were some other songs, but I just want to talk.
Now, let me get to that on my end. Now, dude. Oh man, I gotta get smooth with this, the navigation. Now, so we're in the house, we're looking for whatever we're looking for, drugs, whatever. We're supposed to have a warrant for something, right? So you go in the house, nobody's there. So you must have a warrant. You go in the house, rumble all through stuff. Probably don't find what you need to find. And you actually sit down and eat something in the house. Okay. So like movies, like comedians, like all these people that make content, all these people make content, and it's just when life happens, you gotta make laughter out of that. You gotta make life out of that. You gotta make something good come out of that. So this dude, they kicked this door down, Afroman. Shout out Afroman. Shout out Thank Trade. Shout out Palmdale. They kicked his door down and they want him to just be okay. We did it. We ate your food. We took your money, and you're not supposed to do nothing about it. So I think he goes on his merry way. Is it right? Make content out of it. Why not monetize on it? Let's see what happens.
Talk about that. And so many people thought that this was petty genius. He exposed those cops breaking in and searching stuff. He joked about them stealing the cake, and he basically called them out as crooked cops. Now, these police officers started to be known to the public in Ohio, and all of this got millions of views. But how did the cops feel? Cops were not amused at all. So in 2023, these deputies, at least 7 of them, sued for a few different things. Number one, defamation. In other words, he was basically calling them corrupt. And so these police officers felt like, you know what? I was just doing my job. So how are you defaming me for doing my job? 2, invasion of privacy. So basically, because he's putting out their information, he's putting out their images to the public, their privacy is being invaded. 3, emotional distress. People started to know who these police officers were, started trolling them online and things like that. So basically, they said that this impacted their way to do their job. So basically, the police officer saying,
"Look at the suit! Look at the suit! Look at the suit!" I mean, I know y'all saw this, but look at the suit. Gang, squad, whatever you want to call it. Look, if you want the people, you got your name, something defamed or whatever it is. Make sure you got your ducks in a row, fam. What are they talking about, man? You're a police officer, you're executing something to go inside somebody's house, you may get known. You know what I'm saying? Just like he was known and he was targeted, you may get known and you get targeted. It's part of the job. You know, we'll see though. We'll see. Man.
They got harassed and embarrassed in real life. So what did they want? They wanted $4 million. This situation brought a lot of Americans
4
together,
billion.
despite race, white, black, and this is important to understand. Afroman doesn't just appeal to black people. He appeals to a lot of people. I believe his wife may even be Caucasian. So again, people looked at it as this is an American citizen who basically did nothing wrong. You invaded his house. You stole some of his money. You stole some of his cake. You guys are wrong. You never paid for the damages that were caused. He basically exposed you guys and got his money back to basically try to fix his home. And so,
genius way to look at it. Genius way to look at it. O'Shea Jackson, genius take. You know what I'm saying? All of this stuff could have been subsided, could have been taken care of. You know, it just didn't go the way it was supposed to. So you got all these stuff that was over with. Even though you got these guys on camera, they sued for $4 million. $4 million. I don't know what $4 million is going to do to protect officers or change the fact that you wrote my name through the mud. But let's see what these charges keep going with and if they stick. But genius way to frame it, genius take, because if you look at all of it, do they look at Afroman as a citizen? In my humble opinion, no, they don't. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they look at me in a certain way. So I'm definitely thinking they go look at Afroman in a certain way. So that's just my opinion. But with that being said, he's portraying himself, putting himself in the rightful place as a citizen with the right to have freedom of speech. Speaking of freedom of speech, let me have the freedom to go back to the clip. Oh, you know, I should smash back in here. Boom. I think I'm getting it.
this is what the defense was for Afroman. One, I have free together despite race, white, black, and this is important to understand. Afroman doesn't just appeal to black people. He appeals to a lot of people. I believe his wife may even be Caucasian. So again, people looked at it as this is an American citizen who basically did nothing wrong. You invaded his house. You stole some of his money. You stole some of his cake. You guys are wrong. You never paid for the damages that were caused. He basically exposed you guys and got his money back to basically try to fix his home. And so this is what the defense was for Afroman. One, I have free speech and parody. I'm an entertainer. Two, y'all raided my house and didn't pay for anything. And if the raid didn't happen, the songs would not exist. And he would go under some really tough interrogation.
And is it fair to say you were angry and upset about this search?
I wasn't happy.
And is that why you posted the things we've seen this week, because you weren't happy?
No, I posted it because the sheriff's never supposed to raid my house in the first place. The whole raid was a mistake. All of this is their fault. If they hadn't wrongly raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. I would not know their name.
Hey, y'all, peep how well spoken he is, though. Peep how well spoken he is, man. Just like well spoken, confident, strong in his conviction. You know what I'm saying? Peep it.
They wouldn't be on my body. They wouldn't be on my home surveillance system. And there would be no songs, nothing. My money would still be intact, nothing. So all of this is their fault.
And because they executed a search warrant on your home, that gave you the right to post the things that we've seen this week on the internet?
Because
is that right, Mr. Foreman?
Yes, but tearing down my door, not paying for it, not being apologetic, me being a sport, doing something peaceful to raise the money to pay for their damages, me having the right of the freedom of speech as an American to talk to my family, friends, and fans about what the sheriffs did to my home. Yes, I had the right to my freedom of speech. After they left, I had the right to kick the can and to do what I had to do to repair the damage they brought to my house. Yes, I did.
That includes the right to post the videos that you've just been posting up until Friday and beyond, right?
Yes, I have freedom of speech. I'm a rapper. I entertain. I write fiction, comedy. I Yes, I mean, I entertain for a living like you practice law for a living. So I have to go.
And then
Man, what y'all think about that, man? What y'all think about that? I don't even think he was thinking about that, but he said, yeah, that's what I do. I entertain. You know what I'm saying? I'm an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? So entertain this. You know what I'm saying? He put that down like, hey, man, that's what I do. That's what I do for a living. That's how I pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, you became the butt of a joke. The thing about it is, if you get somebody, a judge is in the right frame of mind, is if you get somebody like him, you let him, you say, oh no, that's defaming them. Any comedian or anything that goes up there and says something, or actors and stuff like that, right away, it's gonna go and say, boom, they're defaming me or whatever. You're gonna have everybody trying to get a bar of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it goes. Let me see, that was the easiest way. I'm trying to get good at this, y'all. Boom. So if I do it like that, but if I do it like that, I'm there. Nah, that's too big right there. Pause. It's the full screen for y'all. Yeah, let's do the full screen. Who the hell wants to see what I'm doing? Anyway, man, if y'all can hear, man, good looking, man. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, if you like, and there's also the hype button if you like, you know what I'm saying? We're going through Afroman, seeing what he did, that's gonna pave the way for a lot of content creators, musicians, it's on some level of like some Luke, some Uncle Luke type stuff back in the day, the reason why we have parental stickers on there, parental warning, parental advisories on music. Let's go.
there's more.
And is it true that one of your big motivation, really, in making all of these posts is to make money?
To pay for the damage that they brought to my house under the circumstance that they shouldn't have even been there in the first place.
So the answer to my question is yes, your motivation was to make money.
To pay for the damages that they brought to my house under the circumstances that they shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Have you made enough yet to make up for it?
Not really.
How much have you made on it?
I don't know exactly, but it wasn't hardly $24,000.
$24,000.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
You're still making money on today, right? With the new posts and advertisements and things.
That's publicity.
You're still selling merchandise, aren't you?
No, publicity. Just me. Just everybody. Thanks to them bringing publicity to this. It's just an opportunity to run numbers up and be an entertainer.
And the more lies, outrageous lies you tell about them, the more money you can make, right?
Fact. They never should have came to my house in the first place. Fact. If they hadn't came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera and in my music career. All of this is their fact. All of this is their fault. And they have the audacity to sue me. These people and you are the predators and the victim at the same time.
So what they did, searching your house, gave you the right to do everything.
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
So basically, you hear his responses. And to be honest, I definitely agree with him. If you would not have made the mistake, if you would not have raided my home, and to be fair, I get it because they were called there, but you didn't repair what you destroyed. You didn't care about repairing what you destroyed. And so I put it out there. It's my right to put it out there. I'm an entertainer. And yes, I'm going to sell merchandise because it is my right to do so.
Oh, look at
did the situation go?
Whoa.
The jury just found rapper Afroman not guilty, and he will not be ordered to pay the $4 million.
I'm slow with it. Here it go. Sound effects. Yeah. Not guilty. I like how you came down the stage, man. You know what I'm saying? It might be cold out there. You had, proud to be an American. God bless America. You know what I mean? Had the white polar bear fur stepping down the steps like Rocky. I don't know if you're in Philadelphia, but I think you're in Ohio. Woo, man. Good to be
repair what you
living with the
destroyed.
wind.
You didn't care about repairing what you destroyed. And so I put it out there. It's my right to put it out there. I'm an entertainer. And yes, I'm going to sell merchandise because it is my right to do so. So how did the situation go?
The jury just found rapper Afroman not guilty, and he will not be ordered to pay the $4 million.
In all circumstances, the jury finds in favor of the defendant. No plaintiff verdict prevailed.
For defaming 7 Adams County, Ohio deputies in his music video using home security footage of them raiding his home. After hours of deliberation, Wednesday, the jury ruled in Afroman's favor on all counts, disagreeing with the deputies' allegations that the rapper had violated their rights and owed them millions of dollars in monetary damages. The 7 deputies.
Now, he lucky. I don't know if if it's still early. I don't know if he gonna countersuit or whatever, but he lucky they didn't do that, man. He lucky they didn't do that. He didn't do that to those officers. That's one. Because I think he got something, not a lawyer. Everything I want to stop and say, if y'all rocking right now, hit a like, please, share, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do if you feel like doing it. Please, and I appreciate it. And what I want to mention is this is a cool stream, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get this being regular. I can't have this set up all the time, but I'm gonna try to be, even if I'm just talking to myself, it's cold, man. I'm rocking every Tuesday with McGlover, Mr. McGlover, JD Stone. We get in here with a bunch of topics, man. We get it rocking, man. But I wanna really thank everybody, man. I'm on my 613th day today. No alcohol, man. No alcohol. You see, I'm smoking cigars, working but everybody has their vices. That vice is gonna be the one that's less harmful to me, but it is a vice nevertheless. But for myself, appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate myself. Shout out to myself. Yeah, let's get back to Afroman and the final dealings, We want that one. There we go. Boom. Final dealings. I want to see my man walking down the.
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn
kick a can in your backyard.
Good time. Yes,
yeah.
I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house,
kick
down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras.
You don't.
Then try to play the victim and sue them.
So basically, you hear his responses, and to be honest, I definitely agree with him. If you would not have made
O'Shea.
If you would
look
not
at the
have
glasses,
my home, and to be fair, I get it because they were called there, but you didn't repair what you destroyed. You didn't care about repairing what you destroyed.
You think that's a real pro right there? You just
it's my
put a
right
wig
to
on.
put it
It's
out there.
probably easy to
I'm
do.
an entertainer, and yes, I'm going to sell merchandise because it is my right to do so. So how did the situation go?
The jury just found rapper Afroman not guilty, and he will not be ordered to pay the $4 million.
In all circumstances, the jury finds in favor of the defendant. No plaintiff verdict prevailed.
For defaming 7 Adams County, Ohio deputies in his music video using home security footage of them raiding his home. After hours of deliberation, Wednesday, the jury ruled in Afroman's favor on all counts, disagreeing with the deputies' allegations that the rapper had violated their rights and owed them millions of dollars in monetary damages. The 7 deputies with the Adams County Sheriff's Office testified at trial asking for a combined $3.9 million in damages. They alleged in court documents that Afroman defamed them by using their likeness without permission and causing humiliation, ridicule, mental distress, embarrassment, and loss of reputation. Afroman has spent the last several days in court defending his art and freedom of speech in the trial, and the jury agreed with him. After the verdict, Afroman posted a video in his red, white, and blue suit and glasses, celebrating the win.
Now, I want to talk about something that's important here. And I know that we have a lot of people in the Black community that are, I'm not going to say anti-American, but let me just say it right now. For a lot of Black people in the Black community, we would have taken this and made it a racist struggle or a racial struggle. You're invading the house of a Black man. You are doing this to me because I am Black. It's almost like 99% of the time I think this would be the racialized offense. But the Afroman did something different. He came in an American suit. The attorney came in an American suit. And although he is Black, he stood up for America, right? And this is one of the reasons why he got so much support. He literally used the system against the system. where the system had to cover ground and the system had to cover territory. And he trolled the system, made a lot of money, got viral, got new fans. He'll probably get a lot more opportunities. And I think this was a very
and he downplayed what he probably made on all of this. You know what I'm saying?
interesting way to look.
You didn't get a 24,000. I'm with you. You didn't get your 24,000
at it because, you know, a lot of times as Black people, we do have the opportunity to troll the system by sometimes nullifying race. And that does sound crazy, even for somebody like me who's a pro-Black, where almost everything for me is a...
What does that mean to y'all, man? Nullifying race, exactly. What does that mean to y'all? Nullifying race. We have the power to nullify race.
New fans, he'll probably get a lot more opportunities. And I think this was a very interesting way to look at it because, you know, a lot of times as Black people, we do have the opportunity to troll the system by sometimes nullifying race. And that does sound crazy, even for somebody like me who's a pro-Black, where almost everything for me is about race. But in the context of this, when you look at reaching a wider audience, when you're looking at reaching support, people who go through stuff like this is a genius move. And I think that there's an opportunity for us as Blacks to sometimes step into our Americanism sometimes to get things done. And sometimes America. We can leave race out of it just so that we can attract support as Americans. And it works. It works here. Okay. And people decided to look at everything objectively. I think if it was, you know, I'm a Black man, they hating on me because I'm Black, the white man this, the white man that, I don't think that this would have been as viral as it could have been. And maybe he would have lost. But because he had so much support from American citizens who could also relate to this, he did an excellent job. This is higher level thinking. Okay. Like you got to be a very, very intelligent person to do something like this, like extremely smart. So shout out to Afroman for winning. Shout out to Afroman for beating the system with the system. And I learned a lot today. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.
Yeah, he always say that at the end. Celebrity Junk, man. Get all that. Afroman gives Crooked Cop what they deserve. Yeah. O'Shea Duke Jackson. Shout out him. Back at it. So, like, all in all, man, you know, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson for the breakdown. I want to say just like he had his he had an opportunity, like whatever was going down, you know, allegedly. I don't know what you're going down. What you had going down, or if you had nothing going down, Afroman. I'm gonna say nothing because nothing was proven, nothing was substantiated. Went through your house for no reason. I couldn't imagine just being a veteran, being retired from the military, just somebody just intruded my house for no reason, you know, or the reason being, I have nothing in here for you to be doing that. But if you do want to get a warrant and it's established that I have something in here, come in here, go through all my stuff, my kids' stuff, my wife's stuff, and just violate me pretty much. And I just got to sit back and watch it. And then if you kick my door down and you just are like, hey, can you fix it? I'm, you know, disabled vet. You know, I'm paying my stuff off, you know, working hard, my pension, things like that. You know, I just don't have 24,000 to fix a door or garage or whatever you kick to get in the house if I wasn't here. It's my footage on the camera, you know. Not my fault you put yourself on the camera, man. If you're rocking with me, appreciate it. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Hype that thing if you can. You get 3 of those, you know, every week. Even if you don't do it for me, do it for somebody else. You know, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to my people on the panel that we usually shoot. We go live Tuesday, usually at 7:15 Pacific Standard Time. Shout out to Drea Virgo. You know, shout out to Gangland Neem. Shout out to Mr. McGlover, man. Shout out to the Spot Photos, Swati Liquor, man. Shout out to that. You know, shout out to JD. Shout out to Stone. Shout out to the team, man. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out. So we got past Brandy. Brandy. What's my guy's name? Man, I don't know what I'm tripping off of. We're going to Ray J, man. Ray J. But Brandy is involved. Let me see if I can find this. Shyne, here you go. Boom.
It's saying something.
We're gonna pause. Okay. Let me tell y'all what this one's about. Let me set this one up. All right. So, Shyne, rapper from Bad Boy, got into altercation with while he was with Puffy, and when he was with J-Lo, firing a gun. There's multiple guns fired allegedly. Whatever happened, you can go research that, but pretty much whatever it ended up, Puffy ended up doing no jail time, I believe, and Shyne got 10 years. He also is a citizen of Belize, originally born there, I believe, so he had to go serve his time there. I mean, get deported. Now, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is what he did. That's amazing. He went there, made a messy opportunity, but basically the opportunity into something big as far as he took advantage. He went there, probably learned what he learned from school, what he learned from the music industry, just growing up. He was still young. Did his time, probably studied, read, I don't know. But he made most of his time because to just have the stability to go there and run for office. I'm not sure. I think he broke it down where it could be the prime minister and you could be part of the government in Belize, and they built so much for tourism, things like that. That stuff brings money. Shout out to what he's done from the explanation he gives. But he went on It Is What It Is with Mase, one of my favorite pods. And it was just talking. And Cam was messy. I ain't gonna lie. Cam my favorite, but he was messy, bro. Pause. He brought up Brandy, the first thing. And I knew Brandy was with Mase. But Mase is buried now. I kind of forgot that he kind of, they was dating her. I think it was him and Kobe too. But I never knew about Shyne. But we gonna see. And he brought that up. So it's just, to me, it just got brought up. And Shyne elegantly just talked about it and moved on. Mase kind of did like that. Like if you said, hey, Doc, why'd you pick that $20 bill up? What? Mase just kind of laughed it off. I don't know. Remember, let y'all decide, man. Let's go into that. So say Duke Jackson again too, y'all.
We all have a certain amount of love for the women in our family. I don't care how red pill or how manosphere you are. You're going to be very protective of your mom, your daughters, and your sisters. And
what's the manosphere? What's the manosphere, y'all? And yes, we're going to all our ladies. We know what the manosphere is. I'm sorry. What is red pill? What is red pill to you? What is red pill to you?
I have a certain amount of love for the women in our family. I don't care how red pill or how manosphere you are. You're going to be very protective of your mom, daughters, and your sisters. And if somebody is saying something about your sister, even if it's true, you still got to defend it because after all, it's your sister. Even though she may be just another woman to somebody else, but to you, she's the only sister, mom, or daughter that you may have. And this is the case with Brandy. Now, the other day, I believe Shyne, Cameron, and also Mase were talking about dating Brandy at one time. I think it was like Shyne and Mase were involved with her around the same time. And they had this.
See, that's what I was talking about. So I did not know that fact. That they were involved at the same time, even involved at all. Shout out Brandy. But man, she was young. I mean, do I put it past her? Maybe not. Do I think she was cleaning the, do I think she was doing the type of stuff? Probably, but see, she was trying to keep it clean, but she was also trying to keep her image clean. That's what a lot of R&B stars do. Look at Rihanna, look at Megan Thee Stallion.
About your sister, even if it's true, you still got to defend it because after all, it's your sister. Even though she may be just another woman to somebody else, but to you, she's the only sister, mom, or daughter that you may have. And this is the case with Brandy. Now, the other day, I believe Shyne, Cameron, and also Mase were talking about dating Brandy at one time. I think it was like Shyne and Mase were involved with her around the same time. And they had this to say.
Yeah. What happened with Brandy and everything? Let's just do it. Let's do
it. At all. Shout out Brandy, but man, she was young.
I mean, you was dating Brandy at one time, or y'all was just, how'd it go?
I was special,
Oh man, see, so I don't know. That was a joking comment, but that's the one that could be like figure. So I could see even my sister. She's well known. I don't know. I don't have a sister, but I got sisters in the mess. I got sisters of relatives and sister-in-laws. There's women in your life. You just want to take care of them.
Didn't want to be special. so I had to let him be special.
I mean, no lies told.
Yeah,
he was Shaq.
Okay.
He was the champion. He was the MVP.
Right.
I was Kobe, no pun intended, because they said Kobe was a special friend of Brandy's as well.
Right.
But no pun intended.
Right.
But I was coming out of high school on the championship team, and he was the.
So it seemed like Mase is younger. I mean older. Shyne was younger. Excuse me. And yeah, he said championship Shaq was like a mentor to Kobe. He's coming out of high school. Shyne was Shyne. Mase was Shaq.
The superstar of the team.
That's what I did know about.
Right.
But I definitely did. Was a special friend of Brandy's as well.
Right.
But no pun intended.
Right.
But I was coming out of high school on the championship team, and he was the superstar of the team.
Right.
But I definitely did want to be special. I definitely, but I had no idea. So what happened is we had a mutual friend who was a snitch.
Okay.
So
I got to laugh with Mase. Mutual friend that was a snitch. Man, watch who you be around, man. They don't care, man. And unfortunately, man, these women are what? A lot of these gang wars or beefs or whatever fonts you want to call them is over gambling money. Women.
I think he know who it is.
Right.
I'm not gonna expose
We don't know who it is. Who is it?
But so I was so excited because this is my dream person.
Right.
I'm
Talking about Brandy.
Brandy.
Right.
I'm a poor kid, Brooklyn, watching MTV, watching Moesha, watching her on BET. And, as a dreamer, I'm like, man, if she was to know Shyne, got that.
Right.
So when
and no harm, no foul in that. You know what I'm saying? I could understand him saying that, you know what I'm saying? Like just expressing how he felt at one time. He probably married, who knows, Just expressing how he felt one time about a lovely lady, I don't think nothing but that old Kobe reference, Shaq reference, that might have been something right there. That might have been something right there. I ain't gonna lie to you, champ. Not gonna lie to you, man. What y'all doing, man? What's up with y'all, man? Hit the like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.
She was in the crosshairs, like I was sniping.
Right.
And I had no idea though, because he was special.
Right.
So he was running that playbook so discreetly, so quietly. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's sneaky.
Yeah. So he was an ultra sniper. But I was so excited.
Right.
So I kept telling one of our mutual friends, and he was snitching me out. And then so Brandy was like, "Yo, who you told you here?
Right.
How so-and-so know that you here with me right now?" And I'm like, "Oh, man."
Right.
So yeah,
that's what's up.
That's what
Elaborate.
that's my story.
What I'm elaborating.
So know that you here with me
Ray J, he would crash out. He was not really appreciating this at all.
Keep my sister's name out your mouth.
So understandably so. Understandably so. Now, this is the part of the show, y'all. This is the part of the show. If you got a loose sense of humor, some weak ear or something, let's go ahead and turn it off. But or turn the volume down or something, man. Keep it going. Hit that like. You know what I'm saying? If you watch it on the replay, hit the like, comment, and subscribe. Hype. Sorry, hit the hype. But yeah, we gonna get into this, man. But turn it down if you don't want to hear no crazy, because Ray J got crazy, man. Crazy. Let me see. Let me see if I could get these on. All right, there you go. Let's see if I could rock with that. I'm just sitting here playing these little gadgets, bro. Let me see. Boom. We could do that. Bam. I think I got this. Hold on. Okay.
I'm gonna slap daylights out of you when I see you. Period. There's one thing.
Ultra sniper. But I was so excited, so I kept telling one of our mutual friends, and he was snitching me out. And then so Brandy was like, "Yo, who you told you here?
Right.
How so-and-so know that you here with me right now?" And I'm like, "Oh man."
Right.
So yeah,
that's what's up.
That's
elaborate.
that's my story.
What I'm elaborating.
Now, Ray DJ, he would crash out. He was not really appreciating this at all.
Keep my sister's name out your mouth, and not I'm gonna slap the daylights out of you when I see you. Period. Because one thing I'm gonna do is talk about my sister without me going back on these big head ass niggas. Shyne, Mase, and Cam. Like, I don't know. I never had a problem with them, but I saw some shit today where, I mean, they gotta know that a nigga will come back strong and say some shit, because a nigga not gonna let it say anything and laugh and giggle and joke about a sister without me going big on it. Not only am I about to go big on it, but I'm about to go on Instagram big on it too, and the dead homie. I don't give a
dead homie.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell anything, but keep my sister's name out your mouth if it ain't good. If not, I'm gonna slap the tails out of you when I see you. That's it. I don't give. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. They was laughing at some shit. I'll slap the living daylights out these. If they too old to be trying to go back in the time, I don't give a. Like, that's like me being with a girl and then being with another girl and another girl. Now they 45, laughing about back in the day. I'm not going to have it. I'm grown now to be tripping. I don't be talking about old. So why y'all talking about old?
But what he said next, well,
y'all looking real attractive. So when I see y'all better not have that skirt on. Bend y'all, bro. Hit y'all from the back like this. Punk. What's back shot? Y'all come in and get something too. Get some of this camera on about what my sister said. You probably ain't gonna ever watch this, like, but I'm watching you, and I'm watching you close, and I see you shave your leg. I like that. I'm talking about everybody. About my sister. Let me look up these moms and sisters and start posting their pictures. I'm a mom, your sister. I don't know how old y'all are, but I'm everybody in your family, your daddy, everybody. I don't give a. I want to see everywhere. Y'all already walking around with white drawers on. If you know you have problems, smoking crack or doing something you wasn't supposed to do. What you just did. Y'all keep my sister's name out y'all mouth before I put my in all y'all mouths. Boy,
I'm not really gonna address the homoerotic elephant in the room. I really think that that's just entertainment and streaming and all of that. But, you know, let me just say this. I honestly think that for a lot of men out there, you happen to have sisters or daughters, and you know for a fact that your sister or daughter may be getting down like that. And let me just say, even your mom, it's hard to break, right? Let me give you an example. I had a homeboy. I don't even want to call his name because he watched my channel, man. But he's from Sacramento. His mom, and I hate to say this, God please forgive me, but his mom was a thought. Yeah, his mom was
be like that sometimes,
and everybody knew it. Everybody in the turf knew it for the most part. And so what happened was, like, whenever his mom would come through or something like that, you know, it'd just be all bad. You know, like the mom would just be getting clapped, and you know, everybody would hear it, and then people would talk about this stuff, right? And again, I'm not trying to be mean, family. I'm really not. But the mom was a booty clap. The mom was a definite booty clap. So it put him in a defensive position, like, all the time.
Let me ask y'all a question, man. Have y'all ever been in that situation, like he said, man? Shout out to the turf, man. Have y'all been to a situation where you go over to the house, man, or every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? Homegirl's house, whatever you want to say. They just, mom is a little younger. Mom is a little adventurous. You know, mom is, like you say, to the extreme. Have you ever been around where it's been to that extreme? You've been to somebody's crib and it's, you just hear them getting clapped. That's crazy. As a youngster. Has that ever happened to y'all? Anyway, let's go.
Because everybody knew what was going on with his mom's cheeks. Everybody. And the mom, I think she ended up passing away. It wasn't like AIDS related or clap related. She was just always clapping, like, for like no reason, right? And the reality is that, and I know people not gonna like this, but here's just the God's honest truth. For some of the brothers out there and the sisters out there, if you have somebody in your family and they are basically booty clapping it up, and if that's what they do, what can sister or daughter may be getting down like that? And let me just say,
you know you have problems, smoking crack or doing something you wasn't supposed to do, like what you just did. Y'all keep my sister's name out y'all mouth before I put my in all y'all mouths. Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
I'm not really gonna address the homoerotic elephant in the room. I really think that that's just entertainment and streaming and all of that. But, you know, let me just say this. I honestly think that for a lot of men out there, you happen to have sisters or daughters, and
hold on, y'all. I didn't even know I had that whole. I don't know what's going on. Let me get y'all back right, or let me get myself back right. Boom. So we're gonna share screen. There we go. Oh, we already did that one. There we go. Boom. Boom. We're in the building.
Just say this. I honestly think that for a lot of men out there, you happen to have sisters or daughters, and you know for a fact that your sister or daughter may be getting down like that. And let me just say, even your mom, it's hard to break, right? Let me give you an example. I had a homeboy. I don't even want to call his name because he watched my channel, man. But he's from Sacramento. His mom, and I hate to say this, God, please forgive me, but his mom was a thot. Yeah, his mom was a clapper, and everybody knew it. Everybody in the turf knew it for the most part. And so what happened was, like, whenever his mom would come through or something like that, it'd just be all bad. Like the mom would just be getting clapped, and everybody would hear it, and then people would talk about this stuff, right? And again, I'm not trying to be mean, family. I'm really not. But the mom was a booty clap. The mom was a definite booty clap. So it put him in a defensive position like all the time because everybody knew what was going on with his mom's cheeks. Everybody. And the mom, I think she ended up passing away. It wasn't like AIDS related or clap related. She was just always clapping like for like no reason, right? And the reality is that, and I know people not gonna like this, but here's just the God's honest truth. For some of the brothers out there and the sisters out there, if you have somebody in your family and they are basically booty clapping it up, and if that's what they do, what can you say? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you really say? If that's what they're really doing, what can you say for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to defend your sister's honor and what your sister's doing, I get it. But you know what you got to do? You got to make sure that they're not out there being a thot. Like, this is what you got to make sure of. Like, if I'm going to defend somebody, you can't be out there clapping. And what it seems like to me is that he knew.
Now, before we get into what it seems like to O'Shea Jackson's, man, shout out to him. Ray J, man, I get it. I get why he wants to stick up for his sister, and it's a grab. It's you're able to put out that like get back in the algorithm. He says he's having problems with his heart. He don't have too much time to live. That's what the reports say. Allegedly, hopefully he's all right. He begging through that, but saw the brother on TMZ. I don't know if it's true or not. Allegedly, he's being sued. That debt is no deal, no big deal. I mean, no joke. Allegedly getting sued by American Express for balance, and if you don't have that income coming in, I don't know how bad Ray J is working right now. You know what I'm saying? You need to stay algorithm, man. Some of the social media stuff pays, for certain people, especially celebrity types.
Can you really say? If that's what they're really doing, what can?
Oh, that was my point too. Brandy at the time, man, if that's what she's doing, I wonder, what do y'all think, y'all? Do y'all think she approved like him trying to crash out, like defend her honor? You know what I'm saying? Did she approve that? What do y'all think? Put that in the comments on the replay if y'all looking on the replay. I have to straighten that up. That was bothering me. This is getting used to it, y'all. Hit that Cash App if y'all like, man. It'll go to the channel. We stream every Tuesday, 7:15 p.m. Got a panel for people. Me, myself, Mr. McGlover, Stone Cologne, and JD Dizzle. Man, we get into real topics every Tuesday live, man. Therapy session. Let's go.
If you have somebody in your family and they are basically booty clapping it up, and if that's what they do, what can you say? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you really say? If that's what they're really doing, what can you say for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to defend your sister's honor and what your sister's doing, I get it. But you know what you got to do? You got to make sure that they're not out there being a thot. Like, this is what you got to make sure of. Like, if I'm going to defend somebody, you can't be out there clapping. And what it seems like to me is that he knew, Ray J, or at least felt that, yeah, your sister got down like that. Like, it's absolutely, like, you can't, like, you never came out and said, look, my sister ain't do that. You was like, nah, that must have happened a long time ago, which meant that you knew that she was like that. So if she was like that, then you're talking about respect and this and that. Well, let me ask you this. What kind of respect did she have for herself? Now, she did say that she never really messed with Shyne. That was never the case. He's making things up. And like I said, that could be true or not. I'm not sure. But the reality is that Ray.
Let's stop right there. Do I, in my opinion, my humble opinion, think she was messing with Shyne? Yes, I do. whether they were dating or whatever, they had some kind of they did something, you know. So whether he smashed or whatever, don't kiss and tell. He was obviously kicking it at some point in time, whatever it is. Does it matter? Probably not. Do we care? Some of us do. We talk about it, obviously. Again, celebrities. But I don't think it's cool if they did kick it. It came out. It came out. They moved on. Shyne probably married. Brandy probably married. You know, what's the big deal? I know Mase is married. What's the big deal? She got in the kiss and tell situation by the dude. She seemed like she was trying to cover her tracks. You know, cool on her. But this was, man, we talking about decades, if not over a decade ago, maybe closer to decades. Yeah, what y'all think? What y'all think? I am interested. Put that in the comments. Oh man, I'm gonna get the hang of this.
Seems like to me is that he knew Ray J, or at least felt that, yeah, your sister got down like that. Like, it's absolutely like you can't, like, you never came out and said, look, my sister ain't do that. You was like, nah, that must have happened a long time ago, which meant that you knew that she was like that. So if she was like that, then you're talking about respecting this and that. Well, let me ask you this: what kind of respect did she have for herself? Now, she did say that she, you know, she never really messed with Shyne. You know, that was never the case. He's making things up. And like I said, that could be true or not. I'm not sure. But the reality is that Ray J at least felt that, look, they're saying it's true. And then he's not saying, look, my sister never did that. What he's saying is he felt that it's true. And I've seen so many dudes in my life, man, who something happened with their sister and now they got to defend it, right? And what I mean is they sister, their mom is doing something and they make mistakes. And every chance they get, they got to come out there and defend her. Like, for example, I know a dude and his sister was like always getting clapped. Somebody had called her a 304, but it was true. And, you know, he was ready to fight the dudes and all that. And let me just say this. Let's say, for example, he win the fight. The sister would go back to hoeing again the next day anyway. So, you know, it was true. It was you know.
That's a good point, man. That's a good point. Break that down real quick. Like you got all these things you take advantage of. Like like I said, I like my women to be around me, the ladies around me to be safe. My daughters, my wife, my family members, I like them to be safe, and you know. But with that being said, check some of their behavior. You know what I'm saying? One time, cool, but if it's a couple of times, I'm coming to the rescue, or whoever, you coming to the rescue, whoever have you. You coming to the rescue, but after that happens, does she go back to the dude? Does she go back to the issue? Does the issue re-arise, you know? Shout out to Hefe. I don't know if that's a word, but well, no, we're not gonna do that. We're going, yep, boom. All right. Boom.
People had pictures and all that. And let me just say this. Let's say, for example, he win the fight. The sister would go back to hoeing again the next day anyway. So, you know, it was true. It was you know, people had pictures and videos and all kind of stuff. So he had just got the defending her all the time. You know what I mean? And a lot of women, they do it all the time. They'll come out there, and she even said that she didn't want Ray J to defend her, and he's going too far. But let me just say, like, you know, I know women that are like argue, start a fight with a man. They'll argue, start a fight with a guy. You know, and once they start a fight with the dude or arguments, they'll be like, let me go get my brother. The brother will come, defend the honor. The brother may fight. The brother may lose the fight. And it's the lady's fault, you know? Or same thing with an ex-boyfriend. Boyfriend's abusive. You go and fight the brother. Win or lose or draw. Let's say you beat the brother up because, you know, he's an abusive dude. You go back to him the next day, all right? Like I said, women got to make sure if somebody's going to defend you, be defendable, be worth defending. Don't put your brothers, your fathers, and your brothers out there, and then you lying like, nah, that information is not true. And that's the one thing I dislike that women do. Like, oh, I sleep with him. That's true. Then people come and find out that, yes, it is true. That's you on the tape clapping. You know, these are your text messages. And then you making everybody look stupid. And this is one of the reasons why I say, like, a lot of men don't really stick up for women before like they used to. It's just because there's just so much clapping that goes on. Dudes just don't be feeling like getting involved. So I hope Brandy's telling the truth. I mean, you know, I'm not even gonna get into the homoerotic stuff about what he's gonna do to their cheeks and all that, but I just hope that Brandy is telling the truth, because if Brandy is not telling the truth, this looks very bad. I mean, it just
facts. She doing her tour and all that. I mean, it came up. Just address it like a grown adult.
Looks terrible. You know, it looks awful. It looks like you don't care. It looks like you've been doing a lot of clapping all your life, and he know about it, and he believes them. You know, he believes them, and you're known for getting down. So stop doing that. So
Where you want to be in the algorithm.
CD Jackson back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. Which is why you turn the bell. We're out.
Shout out O.J. Jackson, man, for the clip. Yeah, y'all. I'm just on the hype that I don't believe Brandy, you know. And it's not just because I'm a man or whatnot. Shout out to Brandy, you know. She's a, you know, role model for a lot of the women, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the girls. Beautiful singer, beautiful lady, you know what I'm saying? She had some stuff happen, you know what I'm saying, where she's trying to cover some stuff, but allegedly, you know. But that's just what I'm, you know, it dropped on my desk. But you know, it's not, I don't think it's just a big deal. What y'all think, man? But before we strike out, man, we've been on here 55 minutes, man. Addressed a couple of those, man. Before we roll out, man, we're gonna see if we got anyway, who y'all got in the NCAA tournament, man? Who y'all got, man? Like I said, I wouldn't like to have it, but the way the tournament broke down, I got Duke. I don't know if that's a wise choice, but shout out to my Nets team, Jacob McFarland on the Houston University of Houston, man. They rocking definitely. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go to YouTube Studio. I'm on YouTube Studio. So, man, what's up with y'all, man? Yeah, so hopefully y'all enjoying y'all Sunday. It's been beautiful out here in Cali, man. A couple of birthdays, man. Shout out to all the birthdays. A couple of rest in pieces. Rest in peace to all the loved ones, man. For the people that's sick out there, man. Hopefully praying for y'all, man. Hopefully y'all good, man. Pray for healing. Pray for healing. I've been gone, and this is why. China Mag. I don't want to do China Mag. Principal card. No, we don't want to do no. Iran, man. Oh yeah, man. Shout out to all the people that you know I served with in the Navy, you know, out there, still active duty, front line, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know, those assureds. Got another Afroman, have a couple in the net, turn the neighborhood into a living nightmare. That's 35 minutes long. Man, I just like watch these YouTubes. I smoke a cigar, I'll be good, man. Yeah. Watch some YouTube, cut up some content. Hopefully YouTube. I know I'm working on my channel, trying to get these videos clean enough where I'm not breaking any policies because it's not intentional. You know, so shout out to staying clean. Got DJ Coach, he got kidnapped on doorbell cam. Okay. Duty calls, that's 58 minutes. I don't know about a hen state. Trinidad and Tobago. All right, we're gonna make a decision, y'all. We're gonna make a decision. Thank y'all for rocking with me. You know, even if you're on the replay, let's go all shoot. My bad.
I got you, nigga.
No, let's just back up. We're not going back on Fig yet. Hold on. J Hood crushed him. Probably bought off food off Facebook Marketplace. Huh. Mm-hmm. San Diego Dark Secrets. You know what? Let me see what's she falsely accused Brian. It seems like it's a young female in this one. I want to see what she got to say, man. You know, shout out to the articulate females. We gonna run this and then we gonna hop out, man. See what they talking about, man. Again, we want to shout out myself. 613 days no alcohol. I appreciate it myself. Let's see.
Do you like what you do for a living? You don't look like it. You don't sound like it.
I don't have any contacts.
Favorite card girl. That's my YouTube. Do you like what you do for a living? You don't sound like it. You don't look like it. You look like you're
okay. We're gonna go 1
minute.
minute.
I get tired of us. What does that have to do? Everything. You're.
Okay, so let's break this down. I don't have any context to this, but what I do know is this cat right here in the middle, and the guy talking on the mic. They kind of do some debates on. They kind of just try to outsmart. Like, it seems like nice looking women all the time, and some women on here that look nice, but they actually have a lot, to say. I don't know if it's all relevant, but let's check this one out. What's this called? Go over there. Let's see, go over there to whatever dating podcast clips. She's falsely accusing Brian, but he has receipts. So this has to have some context to it, but we're gonna rock with it. Let's go.
Do you like what you do for a living? You don't look like it. You don't sound like it.
I sell cars.
You?
Favorite car girl.
Do you like what you do for a living? You don't sound like it. You don't look like it. You look like you're stressed out and you're tired of us.
What does that have to do
Everything.
with
your internet hoe. You're doing it for the money. You're bending over for YouTube views. You're bending your ass over for YouTube views to get bull in your ass.
So hold on. So let me.
Okay. So you see what she's saying. He's basically putting himself out there for views and clicks and views, the clout. He's compromising himself. That's what she is alleging.
Let me respond. So your accusation is that I'm doing all this for YouTube views. I'm a YouTuber.
And
man, he looks like somebody I used to serve with, man. Especially with the beard. If he had a beard, but he looks just like him, man. Shout out to him.
In your ass.
So hold on. So let me respond. So your accusation is that I'm doing all this for YouTube views. I'm a YouTuber.
And
Are you fucking?
You're stressed out. You're selling your soul. You're selling your soul. You're selling it. You're stressed out. This is not something.
Facts. I'm glad he made that good observation, that good point. Let's see.
You're selling your soul. You're selling it. You're stressed out. This is not something that makes you happy. It's so obvious it doesn't make you happy.
You think most people do what they love?
No, I don't. But you're talking about us who don't do what we love.
I do what I love.
I do. love doing this kind of shit.
I love.
I believe you. I believe you, but I don't.
Shout out to the people that do what they love, man. I know it's a lot of people out there that do what they love. Shout out to the people that do what they love and get to do what they love, and get paid at it too sometimes. Let's go.
You're selling it. You're stressed out. This is not something that makes you happy. It's so obvious it doesn't make you happy.
You think most people do what they love?
No, I don't. But you're talking about us who don't do what we love.
I do what I love.
I do. love doing this kind of shit.
I love.
I believe you. I believe you, but I don't think he does. I don't think you do, Brian. I don't think you like what you do. I think it's very stressful for you. I think it's very overwhelming for you, and I think that you do it because it pays you the most, just like girls do.
Yep.
That's probably like the most obvious thing. Yeah, that's why he does it.
But I don't think he does. I don't think you do, Brian. I don't think you like what you do. I think it's very stressful for you. I think it's very overwhelming for you. And I think that you do it because it pays you the most, just like girls do.
Yeah, but it's not sex work, so what's your point?
It's still exploitation. You're still selling your soul. You're still selling it. You're still selling your soul.
Something totally different.
You're exploiting yourself.
Okay, so I don't know the context, but what's worse? Selling sex or selling smut, like lies or propaganda or clout chasing on the internet? Is it any difference? Which one is better, or is there any difference?
You're spending your time. You wish if you had a choice to be here with us or be with someone that you like, which would you choose?
I definitely be with somebody else.
Exactly. So that's why you're selling your soul. You're here with us. You're here with us instead.
Wait, so if I go to...
You're here with us instead.
Okay, if I go to my 9-to-5 job and I can't be with my girlfriend during my 9-to-5 job, am I selling myself?
Yes. For $7.50 or $8.25 or however you do for an hour.
People need to make
So
money.
that's why you can't have an opinion on sex workers. You're also bending your ass over from them likes, views, and tips.
No, they can have an opinion about whoever they want. I hope y'all can hear this. They can have an opinion about whoever they want, but one of the matter is, if you want to compare, now she want to argue about that, but he can have opinion, she can have opinion, but if you want to compare and see which one is, if it's the same, y'all can leave that in the comments. What y'all think? Is it the same thing, clout, or just selling yourself for sex?
Have an opinion on sex workers. You're also bending your ass over from them likes, views, and tips.
Oh God, I can't believe I told people to watch this.
Why did we all agree to why did you agree to come on the show?
for likes, views, and tips.
There you
I
go.
don't disagree.
Then what?
I admit that I'm
There
an
you go.
internet hoe. He doesn't. He's against internet hoes, but he is one. You
So
are
maybe,
internet
maybe
hoe.
just admit it.
But is he,
Raw,
it's
yeah.
okay.
Well, is he
Denying
gonna
that?
admit it?
Yes, he's denying it. He's saying that he's not an internet hoe and that he just have
because
this job.
words- yeah,
I think
because-
it's just a
Hi,
terminology.
Hi there. I'm trying to answer her question. So
And you keep picking someone that's not picking you.
I'm picking you.
He's an
I'm
internet
a pick
hoe.
you girl.
How many people believe that Brian is
I'm
an
trying
internet
to
hoe and he's
fucking
doing this
talk
for
and this
tips
girl's
like
fucking
these?
interrupting
It's
me
his
every
job.
fucking sentence.
Just like it's our job.
Unbelievable.
She is riled up for some reason. I don't know. This guy just he like smug and stuff, but like, man, can y'all see me do? Oh yeah, okay. He's smug, man. But what is like her issue?
I don't know what this point of this discussion is at all.
Can we talk about
Listen, they're trying to figure out. She's mad because he figures what she's doing is terrible, and she's saying what he does is the same thing as what she does. It's the same thing. I don't know. Y'all let me know.
comedies out
Yeah,
there?
seriously.
I'll be at Long Beach Laugh Factory
I ran
tomorrow.
circles around you the last time.
Shout out Long Beach Laugh Factory. Shout out Long Beach. Shout out Inglewood out. Respectfully, yeah. Yeah. If y'all still rocking with me, hit that like, comment, and subscribe, man. Hype or whatnot. You get 3 a week, you know. Thank you for rocking with me. Check out the Cash App if you don't mind, or if you just don't want to, man. Don't want to. That is perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate y'all for rocking with me.
I'm doing it again.
You're running circles for sure.
Well, hang on. To be fair, it's not running circles if you just fill
Why he always
and let the other
gone?
person respond.
But
That's
whatever.
not running
You know,
circles.
I run the
That's
same type of
Respond.
deal.
Por favor, respond.
Yeah. So what's your definition of a hoe?
Better.
Someone who's bending over for likes, views, and money.
So all YouTubers.
So all YouTubers then.
Yeah. If they're doing something they don't
They're
like, you're
YouTube
stressed
hoe.
out. That's the
That's what
thing.
she said.
That's the thing.
people-
You're stressed
jobs
out.
are stressful.
You're stressed
If
out.
you're the CEO of a
Jobs
company, you
are
have
You're
to
stressful.
stressed
stress
out.
the job.
You're
Yeah.
stressed out. This is not something
Okay,
you enjoy
and
doing.
This is not an argument.
You're internet hoe.
Your job is stressful, ergo you're this.
You're internet hoe. You're internet hoe.
Yeah, you're just totally
So
incoherent.
join the club.
Her argument could be righteous. Her argument could be right on point.
So join the
But
club.
her argument could be righteous. Her argument. I'm just trying to see how I sounded. My bad. But she's not making a good point by just her 2-liners of like internet hoe. Say it, or I'm not saying that she's at that, but they're not making a good case for her. He's calm. He's chill. He just popped in from the Zoom.
Totally
You're the pimp of the internet hoes. You're the pimp of the internet
most of
hoes.
the
Oh, now
He's
he's
not a hoe. He's a pimp.
now he's a pimp. Okay,
Still
that's what I was
hoes are
saying.
different. So you're a value in being a pimp. You're a value in being a pimp.
Yeah, he's a YouTube pimp, and according to you, everybody works a job as a hoe.
Oh boy.
The ones that don't like what they do for a
According to
living.
you,
You don't
a
like what
factory
you're
worker's a
doing.
hoe.
You rather wish you could be somewhere else. I could see that. I
Yeah,
can
I'd
feel
rather
that.
be on the beach surfing.
Exactly.
But
So
people
why are you
have-
here?
yeah,
For
people-
money, likes, and tips.
Oh my god.
Shout out the beach.
You could just apply this
Who
to anybody who
cares?
has a
Who cares?
job.
Who cares?
Move
Seriously,
on.
move on.
Anybody who has a
Yeah,
job.
well, hang on. I care. I do actually want to
Okay,
engage in this
Andrew.
just briefly, very briefly. Look, I can tell Mama didn't raise no dummies, and I'm not going to treat you like one, and you ain't going to treat me like one. We're just going to talk to each other for a second, okay? I want you to know that I used to drag my ass out at 5 o'clock at night to work.
I don't know what pod this is, but shout out to the little table system. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people right there, and then the 8 dude on the corner. But it's like, 2 cameras split. I like that, man. Little setup, man. One day, and they got the dogs. I don't know what's going on there, man. I do not, frequent this channel too often, but she falsely accuses Brian, but he has receipts. Let's go.
A 12-hour shift.
Whatever.com.
on Saturday, and I definitely didn't want to be there.
I think you
And
like what you do
I
for a
did.
living now.
Hang on.
You gotta stop interrupting.
Hang
Oh,
on,
no.
let me finish, and then I'll
He's
let you-
different than her.
You ain't going to treat me like one. We're just going to talk.
Okay, so she seems like she's more into him, like as far as what he does and how he has accepted than he is than him right here. See what he got to say.
Who has a
Who
job?
cares?
Move
Seriously,
on.
move on.
Anybody who has a
Yeah,
job.
well, hang on. I care. I do actually want to
Okay,
engage in this
Andrew.
just briefly, very briefly. Look, I can tell Mama didn't raise no dummies, and I'm not going to treat you like one, and you ain't going to treat me like one. We're just going to talk to each other for a second, okay? I want you to know that I used to drag my ass out at 5 o'clock at night to work a 12-hour shift on a Saturday, and I definitely didn't want to be there.
I think you like what you do for a living now.
Hang on.
You got to stop interrupting.
Hang on, let me finish, and then I'll let you respond.
Mhm.
I definitely didn't want to be there. I definitely didn't want to be fixing robots in a snowstorm. I definitely didn't. And I was exhausted. There was bags under my eyes, and I would bitch the entire way in my car while nobody could hear. I would be driving my car down the road to my shop, and I'd be like, I wish I was anywhere else but to hear. According to your definition, that would make me a
Yes,
it's
society.
But that clearly is not what anybody means when we say prostitute, and you know it. You're making a category error here.
Well, to be fair, Andrew, I genuinely do think you enjoy what you do for a living. I get that energy from you. I don't think you do, though. I think you regret what you do for a living.
No, actually, like the shows where there aren't feral women like you on, and like that girl from the UK, I actually tend to actually.
What's a feral woman? And especially in this context, what is that to y'all?
I don't think you do, though. I think you regret what you do for a living.
No, actually, like the shows where there aren't feral women like you on, and like that girl from the UK, I actually tend to actually enjoy the conversations. Even if there's, but even if there's disagreements, I enjoy having those back and forth. But when people cannot conduct themselves, and we tell people before the show, we send you notes, we give you the pre-show instructions. You've already been on the show before. I've been interrupted dozens of times tonight. Dozens of times. People have been yelling. People have been disruptive. Those chicks were 50 minutes late. When people aren't able to actually have a conversation, that's what gets frustrating. And when it devolves into meta conversations, I particularly enjoy those either. But when we're having substantive conversations and we're talking about the dating stuff, and actually I think Sunday show, if I recall, was pretty chill, and I actually have I enjoy having the conversations. But when there's feral women like you who come on the show and who throw out false accusations towards me, you claim I said things I didn't say.
There goes feral, and I don't know. I guess he's defending that he does like what he does, whether she thinks it's hoeing or pimping or whatever she thinks.
You claim I did things I didn't do, so that you can get likes and clicks and money.
You don't think you were feral by throwing a makeup wipe in my face and telling me to take off my wig? You don't think that was feral? Yeah, you did. You did though. You threw this.
We don't condone any violence that way. Period. You know what I'm saying? Domestic or whatnot, but any workplace violence on .tv, especially from this cat to her, because we need to protect the ladies at all costs.
Neutrogena wipe at me.
You asked for it.
No, I did not.
You asked for it.
No, I did not. 207. Rewind that episode.
Can somebody in my Discord find
you
me
You threw a Neutrogena wipe in this chair, and you said you had a wig, but you didn't ask Alexa Morgan that she had on extensions. You didn't ask this British girl that she also had extensions. But because I'm black, you told me to.
I think she's Black Latin or Latin Black. What is it called? Negro or excuse me. I'm ignorant. I'm just blurting out stuff. So, but I heard her talking about I heard her speaking some Spanish, so I'm assuming she was kind of Latin background. But she said she's black. She's getting a comparison of how she's treated on here. Let's go.
Take off my wig. That was very Pharrell. And then you comment, whatever the it's called. You comment the title of this YouTube, Sassy.
It's funny because I wanted to know what does a feral woman mean, and she used the word, and she pronounced it Pharrell, like from the Neptunes. Look how she's looking like, and she's like, I'm just here, I'm just looking. I don't know what they looking at, but let's go. She's definitely looking at her, and this doll is doing absolutely nothing.
A Neutrogena wipe in this chair, and you said you have on a wig, but you didn't ask Alexa Morgan that she had on extensions. You didn't ask this British girl that she also had extensions. But because I'm black, you told me to take off my wig. That was very Pharrell. And then you comment, whatever the it's called. You comment the title of this YouTube, Sassy St. Lucian, when the British was way more sassy than me. So you're more ferocious than me. You threw a makeup wipe at me. I cleared my makeup. I took off my wig, but I've never seen you do that to another woman, not of color, but you did it to me though. That's the most ferocious that you can get.
You've seen all 211 episodes of.
You've not asked no white person to take off the wig. You have not.
I probably have, honestly.
You have not. You can't even remember because you haven't. And you thought that you were embarrassing me by asking me to take off my wig, but I shitted on you.
You should. That's what you do. You get shit on for money. I don't.
No, I shit on you for money. I shit on guys.
Is that true? Man, that's a big allegation. On both ways. I'm an equal opportunity person.
Other woman, not of color, but you did it to me though. That's the most ferocious that you can get.
You've seen all 211 episodes of.
You've not asked no white person to take off the wig.
Kind of smug.
I probably have, honestly.
You have not. You can't even remember because you haven't. And you thought that you were embarrassing me by asking me to take off my wig, but I shitted on you.
You should. That's what you do. You get shit on for money. I don't.
No, I shit on you for money. I shit on guys like you. 207. I shit on Arab guys for money.
Is that supposed to be like an own?
No, that's a fact. That's not an own. That is a fact.
Is that like an own?
I'm ferocious, but you did something more ferocious. Then you went back and tried to make fun of my accent. I said that's a fact, and you said don't say that word. I didn't get it back then, but when I rewatched the episode, you were trying to make fun of my accents because I was running circles around your ass. That is why. So I'm ferocious now that I'm running circles around you again. I'm ferocious.
No, you just don't let me talk. That's not running circles around me. That's just you yapping and saying, shut up. That's you just saying a bunch of incoherent shit.
Yeah,
there is no argument.
This is called.
Running it to be rude, but I'm not rocking with it, but see where this goes.
Filibustering. The idea here is that you can drown a person out with hitting them with so much information they can't respond. It's not actually running circles around them. It's just not letting them actually defend themselves.
Not my words that I ran circle around him. His viewers' words that I ran circle around him. Well, the black girl ran circles around him.
I had my chat go back and review. Hang on. I did have my chat go back and review these comments. And you are correct. There are some favorable comments in your favor. There are. I'm not going to lie. There are. There's about 12 of them. You want to know what the total amount of the comments on that episode were? Can you take a guess?
Don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
So back to my ferocious. How have I been ferocious?
Feral.
How have I been feral? I've been in your favor. Let Brian speak. Let Daddy speak.
Your accent is beautiful. I said that before. But do you really shit on like guys? That's what you do?
Yes, I'm not speaking in an accent. I'm speaking straight American.
What? Brian, you did English. Brian, you did say 5 minutes.
This is I don't know. What y'all think, y'all? Like accent is just the dialect, like, or not the dialect, the way your voice sounds or whatever. Like they could say I have an accent. A regular English accent could be accent. Somebody speaking English with a different dialect in Europe or UK, British, wherever, different dialects. She's speaking English, I don't know if she explained it right, but yeah.
Care.
Yeah. Okay.
Back to my ferocious. How have I been ferocious?
Feral.
You are correct. There are some favorable comments in your favor. There are. I'm not going to lie. There are. There's about 12 of them.
I have more.
You want to know what the total amount of the comments on that episode were? Can you take a guess?
Don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
So back to my ferocious. How have I been ferocious?
Feral.
How have I been feral? I've been in your favor. Let Brian speak. Let Daddy speak.
Your accent is beautiful. I said that before. But do you really shit on like guys? That's what you do?
Yes, I'm not speaking in an accent. I'm speaking straight American.
What? Brian, you did English. Brian, you did say 5 minutes.
And that's what you tried to make fun of me last time. And I'm speaking shit. I said
She said you're doing this for money.
Everybody in
some money.
in every
thank you.
Every part of the country.
No, that's not enough money for Papa Brian Pimp Slap over here. He's the pimp.
Wait, you go gaga on people?
Internet.
Give him my money.
Send in that money for Papa Pimp Slap Brian.
Yes.
Hi, mamitas. It doesn't matter what you say, you lose. Bottom line.
I want to, the only two people.
What?
Actually, never mind. We're gonna move on. We're gonna try to talk about
Honestly, I
dating.
think that's kind of funny.
That's the real shit. That's the real shit for real. The
That's
shit.
the real-
That's the real shit.
Oh,
Lord.
So are they being ferocious for speaking over you?
Huh?
Are they being feral for speaking over you?
Yes, some of the other women here have been feral.
You don't think you would
What's this feral stuff, man? Somebody.
feral when you call that other girl who got up on the podcast and you call her a bitch and I never heard a man speak to a
Who
woman
did I
like that in
call
my
her?
life.
Who did I-
The ginger. The ginger that was here that you claimed that was going to dox you. You
You know, I don't know where she's from exactly, but you know, I don't know. Or if they like calling be called gingers, but just say the redheaded. I don't know. Could have been something better than that, but hey, she on it.
got up on the podcast and you call her a bitch and I never heard a man speak to a
Who
woman
did I
like that in
call
my
her?
life.
Who did I-
The ginger. The ginger that was here that you claimed that was going to dox you. You were way feral with her. I've never heard a man speak like that to a woman in my life. In my
Were you
life.
on that show?
I was on that show.
You were on that panel.
And that was very scary. That was more
yeah,
ferocious than
you-
anything I need.
You know what's interesting? Who was more in the wrong?
I didn't read back in the video, but I don't really think that she was going to dox you.
Yeah, if the words that are exiting your mouth are "you live here," yeah, she was about to dox. Verbatim, she said, "You live blank, blank, blank," and then we cut it. So yeah, she was about to dox. And then if you actually go back to that exact moment in that stream,
From my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, doxing is like you know, I know it's giving out information like an address, obviously, or something like that, but just giving out anybody personal information where you can identify them somehow, you know, and certain levels, that's a crime, man. You know, if somebody choose to pursue it, it could get ugly.
when we went to the intro, when we went like that, you look at the chat, everyone said dox. And then if you actually go back to that exact moment in that stream, when we went to the intro, when we went like that, you look at the chat, everyone said she was gonna dox. So if the viewers were anticipating a dox, I was anticipating a dox. So yeah.
I've never heard a man speak. He talked to us.
Yeah,
like
I
we were
called her a
hoes.
bitch. I called her a bitch.
Everybody had their head down.
Don't
he
care.
Talked to us like we were hoes.
Yeah, don't care.
And then you called her ugly.
Let me ask you. I didn't call her ugly.
Yes, you did.
Man, dude, hella disrespectful, man. You know, but you know, this is that type of content. That's how they grab people.
I said she was. The ginger was kind of cute, and you was like, no, she wasn't. You
Imagine
did say
being
that.
scared of
But you
Brian.
go
says
gaga
my
on
wife.
guys.
Imagine being scared of Brian. How is that even possible? Says my wife.
When you're a
Imagine being
woman,
scared of
when you're
Brian.
a woman off these, when the cameras are
Nobody
off, easy to be
believes for a
scared of
second
Brian.
you're scared of Brian. Come on, you're not.
He was
scared
very
of Brian.
scary. He was very scary. I was terrified. Honestly, I was terrified.
So full of fucking shit. You were full of
No
shit.
shit
I'm not.
jokes.
I'm
No
so serious.
shit jokes.
You were not there. I'm so serious. I was terrified.
Gotta believe her.
I didn't understand why he's also like he seemed like he was going to lose his like brain was going to pop out of his head.
Well, you women probably drive him
You women.
crazy.
Thank you
Yes,
for saying
you
women,
too.
not woman, as
That
woman.
wasn't
Who defended
that
them?
wasn't even
Like we're driving him crazy.
Women.
Like everybody's
Plural
comments.
Wait, so what's
What you
worse?
try to get in
doxing
there?
somebody
Oh,
or-
you pulling that Miller Lite, man. He like, I'm just, hey, y'all crazy.
she wasn't going to dox you. I don't
might
think she
have.
was. She was not.
Wait,
gonna
hold on.
dox
Let me ask you a question. I was thinking about this because she was trying to make the same argument that I wasn't going to dox. Let me ask you a question. Are you familiar with self-defense laws at
Yes.
all? Okay. If somebody raises up their fists and cocks their fist back, and you punch them first in self-defense, is that self-defense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So if she says the sentence, "You live here, ... and then we cut it,
I swear she didn't say that. I talked to her.
you can watch the video back. So
Swear she didn't say
if
that.
somebody cocks their fist back, you can punch them first, and they can't say, "Well, I didn't punch you yet. I didn't punch you yet."
You did more than a punch.
I called her
More than
and
that.
I kicked her out.
More than that.
He would have
More
said
than
that to a man too if the man
More
was on the
than
podcast and tried to
no,
dox
I
him.
was there. You guys
Doubt
weren't
it.
there. It was more than calling her.
Who cares, bro?
He was very like a full pimp.
Yeah, she was about to dox you.
Full-blown pimp. She was already walking out.
Oh, so you agreed to it, huh?
Mr. E graciously went ahead and clipped out the supposed exchange that she claims with.
Y'all still rocking with me right now, man. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe or hype. You know what I'm saying? Again, just just rocking. Sunday night, 613 days, no alcohol, man. Clapping that up, celebrating. Let me know what the mic sound like, man. Trying out new things. Let me know what the mic sound like. How do I sound, y'all?
He said, makeup wipe throw, and check your Discord DMs. He sent it to you so that we can prove that this is just complete nonsense.
Is this another
And people just deserve the respect that they give.
That's where the Latina left, because he threw a makeup wipe at me, and I said, "Oh, I can do it. Pull it up."
Yeah.
Wait, that's not why that happened.
That is why the Latina left.
No, that happened.
Hey, she need to learn names. Tell me.
When you said
no,
she immediately got triggered when you threw the
I'm
wipe.
still
She
here.
got
You
triggered.
there, Morgan?
You threw her a wipe too.
I'm still here. Latina's still there. She probably got a name too. Hey, just like not knowing the context of what happened, it's just funny hearing them argue about it. Who's sticking up for it? And, obviously, these guys got some kind of clout or some kind of otherwise they wouldn't have these women lined up on sitting on a pod or something. They think they're gonna get something out of something, but man, is it worth it?
You threw the Asian girl was there. You threw her a wipe, and you
Another one with no name.
The redhead left.
I'm
and
not
then
talking about the red. Yeah.
The Latina left.
Yeah.
Not because of the makeup wipe.
But of course, she got immediately triggered when you threw the makeup wipe at me.
She
was
wasn't
like,
here. This is another fault. Oh my God.
Pull it up. What's the evidence?
Oh my God, dude.
I'm not a dude. I know you want me to be a dude so bad, but I'm not
believe
one.
all women. You're a fucking liar.
Pull it up.
You're a liar,
Pull it up.
dude. It's so infuriating.
Pull it up. I know it's so
I
infuriating.
hate
You're triggered.
when you lie like
I know
this.
you hate women.
No,
Go
dude,
pull up the
you're
video.
making it
You're
look
so
bad for everybody
fucking
else.
bad,
Seriously.
Pull up the video.
I said I hate women who lie like this. You fucking idiot.
Pull up the video. Pull up the video, please.
Go ahead, Damien. Can you pull it up, please?
About time.
It's one of the DMs.
I can
my makeup
Wait,
on.
bro.
Yep, that's the correct person.
Man, these are they, man. Oh, okay, don't know who that is. There she is, different hairstyle. Okay, wig. What you saying? This is probably the Asian. This is probably the Latina. Okay.
Without makeup. That's
Oh my God! Oh,
Wait, play it again. Play it again.
Do it again. Rewind.
Pull up the video, please.
Go ahead, Damien. Can you pull it up, please? It's one of the DMs.
I can my makeup on.
Wait, bro.
Yep, that's the correct person. Oh my God! Oh,
wait, play it again. Play it again.
Do it again. Rewind.
Which one is you?
The red.
Just throw it down to the floor. Not throw it at her.
And you smiled when you picked it up, though,
To the
babe.
table.
He took it to me. Well, I rated myself a 10.
I threw it at
and
her.
he said,
I threw it
You
at
made
her.
it sounded like
he threw it at you, like at.
He brought it out of nowhere and he slammed it down. He said, "Prove yourself." I took off my makeup. I took off my wig. He did know.
All right, just because I remember, and I usually don't remember these type of things. What up, Brandy? Yeah, she did say he threw Neutrogena right at her, which is accurate. How's the work?
It was something, all right.
Not. Yeah, she did throw something at. He did throw it at her, but threw it toward her, not at her, and he threw it down to the table. But it was in her direction. But she blew it up, and these are the type of things that get people in trouble. Not saying she ain't wrong right about other things.
It's one of the DMs.
I can my makeup on.
Wait, bro.
Yep, that's the correct person.
Maybe she's Asian.
Oh my God! Oh,
wait, play it again. Play it again.
Do it again. Rewind.
Which one is you?
The red.
Yeah, with the long hair.
She don't know which one she
smiled
was.
when you picked it up, though, babe.
He said to me, well, I rated myself a 10.
I threw it at
and
her.
he said,
I threw
he
it
made
at her.
it sounded like
he threw it at you, like at.
He threw at the table. Brought it out of nowhere, and he slammed it down. He said, "Prove yourself." I took off my makeup. I took off my wig. He did though.
But you listened to him.
He was gonna. But of course, I'm gonna let a man call me ugly on camera or when the home
Hashtag everybody in the chat. Hashtag believe
I was
all
the only
women.
one who took
Hashtag believe all.
because like seriously,
Hashtag believe all women.
it's making it
Hashtag
look
believe
bad
all
for the
women.
rest
He
of
did.
us. man.
Hashtag believe all women.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm saying that you're making it look bad for the rest of us right now because you're getting mad about something that's not like happening.
I'm just telling you the truth. He threw the makeup wipe,
Around
hoping
there.
that I look ugly.
Okay, but why did you come back then on the podcast if you felt like you didn't want to be here?
Why do you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
You live here in California?
No,
I went
no,
to-
I'm visiting.
Oh, okay.
Okay, moving on.
I would like to.
No, we
I'm
can't
gonna
move
on.
on. We can't move on. I need the acknowledgement.
What the Miller
What
like?
do you say, Andrew? What do
She's
you
not
say?
gonna admit that
I
she's
have
wrong.
seen in weeks.
What are you saying, Andrew?
You said this guy scared you. He terrified you.
Yes.
Video and he drops a makeup wipe.
No, that was when we were off camera. No. When we were off camera and the ginger like allegedly doxed. I didn't hear her say any address, but she allegedly doxed. He turned the cameras off and everybody's face was like this, like we was some hoes, like we was some sluts. And everybody didn't even want to look up at Brian.
Well, anyways, I know there's some
Brian, play the video.
good guys out there in the chat. We have a ballerina girl here available on a dating podcast, interested in some of those nice men in the chat.
Yeah,
On
man.
November.
All right, man. Shout out to all the ladies that stick up for themselves, man. Stand up for what's right, but just stop making stuff up though. Don't make stuff up, man, because people get in trouble falsely because of that. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. Docs TV, man. Just a little Sunday stream. We got a hour and 30 minutes. Thank you for rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get the channel right. And hit that like if you want to replay, man. Appreciate that. Hit that like if you was with us. Lost some brain cells on that last video, but we're gonna see y'all, man. Shout out Casper. Rest in peace, Pooh Beer. Rest in peace, D-Mac. Inglewood, though. I'm gonna talk to y'all later.